Hey guys, Jengar here. We've got another dev blog, and this time about a plane that we have already looked at on the dev server. Very nice looking plane, the FJ4B Fury, the last of its kind. Very appropriate name. Fantastic plane, and let's take a look at the clip, shall we? Now that was quite alright, and showcasing what this plane is meant for. It can be both a fighter and an attacker, but it is basically all designed towards ground attacking. And they say here as well, in short, almost the best US Navy attacker aircraft in the game, 4 times 20mm plus bombs, 114 rockets, up to 1000 kilometers per hour, a speed at ground level, good as a fighter, brilliant as an attacker. Sounds good, especially in combined battles, but I don't play, but we've got a little bit of history here. The FJ4 was the fourth modification of the Fury, the naval version of the F-86 Sabre, serving primarily with the United States Marine Corps. Being initially conceived as an all-weather interceptor, the FJ4 Fury had to incorporate several design changes compared to the previous fighter version in order to fulfill this new role. The most notable change was the increase in range and the installation of a new thinner wing with an increased surface area. To achieve the range increase, the aircraft underwent several structural changes which reduced the weight and allowed for additional fuel tanks to be installed. Additionally, a more powerful Wright J65W16A engine producing 7,700 pounds of thrust was installed on the production versions. Following successful test flight, production of the FJ4 commenced in 1955, with the first units entering service with the Navy in 1956. Over 150 of those were built as interceptors. And then, of course, they were looking at an increase towards the strike capabilities of the new FJ4. And the engineers of the North American company went back to the drawing board and basically restructured this plane, strengthening the wing and the structure, making sure that they put on additional hard points to each wing, 2 to each wing, bringing up the total from 2 to 6. And furthermore, the plane received air brakes under the aft fuselage, making dive bombing and landing easier. Of the original order of 221 Fury interceptors, the last 71 were already modified into the FJ4B fighter bomber version, and in the end an additional order of 151 of these was followed in April 1956, bringing the total produced number of FJ4Bs to 222. Both the interceptor and the naval fighter bomber version served with the Navy and the United States Marine Corps until the early 1960s, and then they were finally phased out. So interesting, 2 versions of the plane. Let's see if we will also get those in game, or whether they will remain with this one plane and have it both functional as the interceptor and as the fighter bomber. This plane will become available in the upcoming update 1.79 as a new addition to the top rank of the American Aviation Research tree. At first glance, when compared to the numerous modifications of the F-86 Sabre already in War Thunder, the FJ4B doesn't appear to be much different than its older brethren. It will be armed with a great variety of bombs. You have the bombs 250, 500, 1000, and of course what it all comes down to is the 114 Hydra 70 rockets, which can prove quite effective if you can learn to aim with them. Check out my dev server review for that, but once you get used to it, I'm sure this will be very, very devastating. The 4 times 20mm cannons as offensive weaponry can both be good against aircraft and lightly armored vehicles. Unlike the other Sabres, however, this Fury is equipped with one of the most powerful jet engines ever installed on any Sabre modification, which we just mentioned already, producing 7,700 pounds of thrust, and it is capable of pushing the planes up to speeds of 680 miles per hour, which is 1,095 kilometers an hour at sea level. And although some of the F-86 Sabres can surpass this top speed, the additional thrust was basically meant to keep this plane up to speed with a full load of armament. So there is that. The plane looks very good, absolutely, and will be devastating in combined arms. It will be able to bring havoc on the enemy team with this, and we shall see how that feels as a ground attacker. I have seen though that with the Hydra rockets on the dev server, this plane was really giving away a lot of its performance, and the performance, for example, in acceleration and energy retention in the vertical is absolutely terrible. So when you do want to use the pylons and the Hydra rockets, you do give away a large piece of this plane's performance, and that is going to be devastating. And then how effective will you still be with those pylons under your wings using your guns compared to the fighters you will face? It will be quite interesting to see how effective this plane can be and how well it can defend itself when it becomes slow attacking ground vehicles. All in all, it can hold its own, they say, when used as a fighter aircraft. Well, that is if you don't take anything. The performance is quite nice, acceleration and all that, yeah. So, but they say it will truly shine in a designated role as a ground attacker in top-tier combined battles. Well, yeah, with its impressive 114 Hydra 70 rockets, it will most definitely be effective in that. But I wonder, I really noticed a huge amount of performance loss when you had those equipped. And well, maybe it was just on the dev server. It's not the final product yet, but we're gonna have to see how it will handle that. They continue with the FJ4B is bound to become a new fan favorite close air support machine for the top ranks, and we will indeed start seeing that in the new patch. It looks absolutely fabulous, I have to say, and looking forward to this plane. I'll probably start using it as a fighter, but I definitely want to try it out as a ground attacker to see how badly the performance loss will be on live when you equip these pylons with Hydra rockets. We'll see. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.